We live in a world where everything has been created for convenience and speed. Part of the price that we pay for this is the issue of packaging that eventually becomes waste. One of the retailers who has been deeply criticised for the overuse of packaging is Woolworths.
Packaging reduction is really important because Woolworths is associated with packaging. We depend on it.
The primary purpose of packaging is to preserve, protect and sell food. Packaging also carries a large amount of relevant and important information. The actual name of the product, the ingredients, the nutritional value of those ingredients, and of course, the sell-by and use-by dates. We cannot debate the fact that these are all very valid reasons for packaging. Yet we also recognise the impact the waste is having on our planet. In 2007, Woolworths announced their Good Business Journey to tackle packaging.
We realized we had to change. We had to transform, in fact, both socially and environmentally what we do. And more attention needed to be paid to climate change, to water, biodiversity and those issues. So it's about changing for the better, doing more with less.
Woolworths' approach to packaging is just one of many initiatives that fall within the Good Business Journey, and their commitment and dedication to being engaged in a living project like this has earned them the International Responsible Retailer Award in 2008 and 2010.
It is awful to see the litter, to see the effect it has on the ocean, but the plastic itself doesn't do that. It's people who throw the plastic away or out the car windows. It's that type of problem that becomes a world problem.
We were invited to South Africa to start a recycling operation for PET bottles, primarily to address the concerns of the then Minister of Environment, Vali Musa, who was seeing bottles on the streets and plastic bags in the trees. He pretty much gave a directive to industry that you need to be seen to be doing something to clean up waste that they perceived industry was creating, and that's what started this journey 10 years ago. This facility, to break it down into simple terms, is processing in excess of 1.5 million bottles every day.
It's encouraging to see the amount of growth that there is in the recycling operations around South Africa. Woolworths has been using the services of Extra-Pet for a number of years.
We got a call from a Mr. Tom McLaughlin at Woolworths saying that he was looking to start introducing recycled PET back into new food packaging.
And they responded positively.
Woolworths, on top of wanting to ensure that we complied to food safety standards as laid down by the Ministry of Health, also drove us down the path of BRC compliance. That's a British Retail Consortium, and is usually meant for factories that process food or packaging, not really for recyclers like us. And on their behest, we contacted the BRC 2 years ago, who were a bit puzzled that a recycling firm wanted to achieve that level of accreditation. And we're happy to report that we are now the first recycler in the world to be certified as BRC compliant.
The recycled material that comes out of Extra-Pet today is as good as new.
I think one common reaction we've had to the plant, not just from Woolworths, but everyone who's been to see it, is especially when they've had the luxury of comparing it to the European standard, we have gone for overkill. We've put in a lot more than is standard, but Africa has its unique challenges, and we had to demonstrate that we could maintain a standard. And I think we're happy to say that that's what we've done.
This is a truly remarkable operation, one that is needed and one that will without doubt make a change to the world we live in.
Well, what's an interesting statistic is that for every ton of PET that's recycled, you tend to save 1.5 tons of CO2 emissions that would otherwise have been emitted if we were not recycling this product.
In nature, there is no waste. Rather, waste becomes an input for the next process. Man needs to learn how to mimic those natural energy flows.
What's really fantastic about today is that a breakthrough's been made. Plastic packaging is no longer linear. We have now got the ability to take plastic bottle and turn it back into a plastic bottle or a plastic sandwich tray or anything else.
Is understand we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not doing anything new. The standards that have gone into it is something that if Woolworths is going to attach their name to, the consumer has a degree of security that he is safe. And ultimately, if as a consumer we can't support initiatives like this, there are bigger problems out there that we're going to face that would dwarf any concern that anyone might have out of eating out of a sandwich tray that had recycled content in it.